Good day to my fellow franchisers out there on the interwebs. Welcome back to the channel, to the Mile High franchise, aka the Colorado Rockies. And if you're new here, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Be nice to have you part of the team. Today, in this video, we have the 2027 first year player draft. Yeah, I don't have a strategy going into this draft, not going to lie to you. So will we hit it big, or are we going to find some duds? I don't know. Regardless, it's always exciting to get the draft. Exciting time of the year for the draft. So let's hop in to the draft here. I've already got some prospects on the list here. So as you can see by this lovely way over on the other side, I got some potential prospects that we could draft. But I'm not going to faff about. Appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoy the content. Let's get into the draft, shall we? As we should take a look at the order here of where we draft. Our first pick is at 16. The Yankees have the #1 overall pick, followed by the Orioles, the Diamondbacks, Boston, and Pittsburgh in the top 5. And the Guardians, being your world champions, will get pick number 30. So let's hop into this. Hopefully we have some picks available. Starting off, the #1 overall pick by the New York Yankees in the 2027 draft will be... Anticipation's killing me. This guy. You don't have names on the back of your jersey. Pedro Ortiz, a starter. All right. We didn't really do a lot of scouting on him. I didn't go big into the starting pitcher market. 19 years old. Righty. Looks pretty good. JUCO 1 player. Very nice, very nice, very nice. #2, the Baltimore Orioles, they still have a good farm system in this franchise. Who are they going to add to that excellent farm system? I don't know who this is. We'll find out together, shall we? Mr. Tim Emerson. Now, this sucks because he was actually my first pick. Not gonna lie, he was my first pick. So thank you, Baltimore, for stealing what could be a potential great outfielder. Now, looking at his stats, we can't look at it here. He was mostly a defensive outfielder, but he had some good upsides on his offensive side. #3, the Diamondbacks choose as their first pick in the 2027 draft. What do the Snakes take? They take Sherwood Harvey, another starter. Okay, very good, very good. We weren't scouting him. Yeah, there's your first picks, 2 starters and an outfielder. We're just going to go ahead and just sim to our pick here. And if you want to look at it, you can look at it here. Okay, so a couple of our picks have already been taken. We don't really need a first baseman, but unfortunately, that seems to be our best suggestion right now. We could go ahead and take a risk on some players here. We can go ahead and go get a closer. We can get Johnny Paul out of Oregon. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Gordon East. That's just too much of an overall difference here. Johnny Paul would be the guy. So I'll make the pick here. I'll come back when I make my choice. Okay, after much consideration and hopefully I didn't scare you. After some consideration, not really a lot out there for us. This is probably going to be a pretty weak class. Our #1 pick, our first pick in the 2027 player draft, we're going to look at first baseman Benito Torrero from the Dominican Republic. Yes, I know, another first baseman. We have plenty of first basemen. But he could possibly be a future DH. I'm looking for righties that have good contacts against righties, and he has that potential. To be honest, he's the only one in the top 20 that has good contact. So with our first pick, we're going to go with first baseman Benito Torrero. Welcome to the Rockies, sir. And, 86 to a 97 potential, 90% scouted, so it could drop, could be better. I don't know. But I have a lot of high hopes for this guy. So that's our first pick. Let's go ahead and skip to our second pick. Alrighty, and for our second pick in the 2027 MLB draft, we're going to go ahead and take a shot here on Ricky Irwin, 22 years old from Louisiana, potential with an 88 to 93. You got to like that. Pitch velo looks really good. 4-seam curveball change and 2-seamer. I think he'll look better than what's on paper here. His fielding is awful, but he's got plenty of time. I wouldn't mind a late bloomer in this franchise, especially when it comes to starting pitching. So our second pick will be starting pitcher Ricky Irwin from Zebayu. So welcome to the Rockies, Mr. Irwin. So we've got a first baseman. We've got a starting pitcher. Let's skip on to the third pick. All right, here we are in the competitive balance round B, our third pick, I guess, technically. We're going to shore up some infield here. We're going to go with Cecil McDonald out of Indiana, switch hitter, 23 years old. Pretty solid plate vision, a lot of contact, pretty good base stealing. Everything else is kind of a mystery, but take my word for it. There's really not a lot here, and we're not even in the technical third round yet. So we're going to go call on Cecil McDonald. He will be our third pick. Welcome to the Rockies, Cecil. It says he's injured, but you know what? We're just going to roll with it. We're just going to roll with it. Let's just roll with it. He could be the greatest player of all time. All right, so on to the next pick for your Rockies. We're back for our next pick, round 3, pick 4, because of the competitive balance round. I'm stuck between two right fielders, and I know we have some outfielders already, but we're going to go with potential here with Andres Carrillo from Puerto Rico. 80 to 95 potential when it comes to what it could be, 77% scouted. Speed could be a problem. I don't know if I feel that great. Him or Tommy Sharp, I'll be honest with you. I don't know. But when we're going to look at floors, or potential, I should say, Carrillo's got it. And just for that reason, we're going to draft Andres Carrillo to the Colorado Rockies. Welcome, sir. You are our fourth pick. On to the next. Round 4, we only got 39 seconds left. We are literally in guessing territory now. Let's go ahead and go snag a reliever. Daniel Lolich from Canada. We could really just look at nothing when it comes to his attributes. He's still in high school. This guy would probably be definitely a long-term project. At this point, like I said, we're just winging it. But, let's just try it. You never know what'll happen. So, welcome to the Rockies, Daniel Lolich from Canada. Got to represent some maple leaves over here. So, on to the next pick. Alrighty, here we are. Round 5, pick 6, if you will. We're literally, like I said, just guessing. Shout out to Mike Jones being picked by the Royals at 150. Mike Jones, 1-2-1-2. Alright, enough of that. Now that I've showed you what shade of white I am. What player, like I said, we're just at a point where anything is a guessing game. I'm literally just looking at potentials at this point. And there's two players that stick out to me. We've got Kyle Brown, who's a shortstop and a catcher of Sammy Amaros. I think we're going to go with Kyle Brown at this point. Help. At the minimum, it would help solidify our shortstop depth in our organization with Ezekiel Tovar up and the trade away of Adele Amador is really leaving us thin. Will this guy be an answer? Probably not. But you know what? We can't just take risks. We can take as many risks as we want. So, welcome to the Rockies, shortstop Kyle Brown. Hopefully he'll be worth something. I keeping the fingers crossed, baby. So with that being said, let's go on to our last pick. I will see you with the power of editing right about now. Whoop! There we go. See, that probably did not turn out well in the edit. I don't care. Here we are, last pick in the 2027 draft for your Rockies. The catcher I want is still here, Sammy Amaros, 21 years old from the DR. Potential rating of 75 to 99, but once again, 8% scouting, which is 8% more than anyone else left in this draft. So we're going to go with him. Who knows? He could be the diamond in the rough, or he could be the cream of the crap. We just don't know. So here we go. Welcome to the Rockies, Sammy Amaros. So, with that being said, that should be our draft. I think that's our next pick. That is our last pick. All right. So, obviously, it'll be a couple more episodes before we see the reveal. I'm going to try to sign these guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Let me know what your predictions are. Do we have a good player in this draft? Who is the best one that we have possibly drafted? But like I said, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It'll be nice to have you. And we will see you in future episodes for more Colorado Rockies franchise. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And root for the Rockies. Bye-bye now.